blood. Man, I don't even know where to go with this. I just finished watching like maybe 20 minutes ago after watching like the behind the episode and everything and just responding to texts and social media and everything, and my fucking Christ. They did it, man. They did exactly what I thought that they were going to do and what I had hoped that they would do and what I had hoped that they had the balls to do. Given the recent decisions they've been making this season, they made Daenerys the fucking Mad Queen. Thank you. Fucking thank you for giving credence. I knew as soon as the fucking, like the preview for the episode, but like it started off at saying, it just said, whenever a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin on whether they'll be sane or not. And as soon as that line appeared, I'm like, this is it. She's going Mad Queen. She's going Mad Queen. And for all the people that are upset of Daenerys' progression from this beacon of hope that people had in Daenerys vanishes. Because you know what? She is full fucking blooded Targaryen and the Mad Queen's goddamn daughter. And she's been through a lot. She's been through a whole lot of stressful shit in the past couple episodes. They made her the Mad Queen. They made her the Mad fucking Queen, and she lit King's Landing to the ground. And I know everybody noticed this, but you saw the wildfire pluming up whenever she was burning through it. So, you know, if anybody is defending Daenerys at this point, she is literally on equal terms with Cersei, because Cersei was going to burn King's Landing to the ground. Daenerys did it. They are literally on equal footing. And I'm all over the place. I'm coming down from being drunk because I had way too much to drink before this episode. So like my thoughts are probably going to be all over the fucking place, but I want to try and pull it together. But yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how this dynamic's going to play out, because this is exactly what I wanted. This is what I thought was going to happen. And now it looks like our boy Jon, if there was any naysayers to begin with, here's your fucking sign, people. The rightful king of Westeros. He don't want it, but goddamn, guess what? He fucking needs to be it. We see this really cool scene where, you know, King's Landing has surrendered. They have rung the bell, and this is, you know, Daenerys is flying off, and she's about to light the fuckers up, and then she does, and then the Unsullied attack. Because they take that as their sign that, you know, fuck all the civilians, fuck them all, they're gonna die. We're gonna kill them because fire and blood. And we get this really great shot of, you know, this, like the heavy inner monologue breathing of Jon Snow, just taking in what is happening right now, taking in that his queen is killing innocent people, and that this person that he had put his faith into was not the right choice. And we see this because Jon repeatedly tries to get his men to stop attacking the people in King's Landing, because it's not the right thing to do. He's trying to spare these people because they're innocent. They've done nothing wrong. And I feel like that speaks volumes to Jon's character and the type of character that he is, which is just so masterfully portrayed in this episode. And I know I'm going kind of deep into what happens in the episode, but let me just say, this episode was fun, fan-fucking-tastic. This was probably the best episode of this season. I'm trying not to, I'm going to probably, take that with a grain of salt just because I'm coming down from the high of the episode, but I strongly feel at this time, best episode this season. Felt very Game of Thronesy. It had all the pieces to create a cohesive narrative in this episode. There wasn't any kind of glaring potholes. There was a couple instances here and there of like, okay, well, maybe that should have happened this way. Maybe Arya could have, had a little bit of a burn or something on her because she was literally right next to Dragonfire. Whatever. Not gonna nitpick it that fucking much. But there was no glaring fucking Euron fleet sideswiping Daenerys killing a dragon. There was no fucking the swarm of whites surrounding the people up against the walls and them somehow surviving. This was pure fucking carnage, and no one lived. Fucking no one lived. The only people alive are the Starks and fucking Daenerys. That's it. We lost the Hound. We've lost the Mountain in a great fucking scene. Great. Clegane Bowl was fucking fantastic, and it ended the only way I think that it could have ended, because these two characters are pivotal to each other, and the only way that they were really going to fucking make it out would be crippled and near death anyways. So it was just something that was inevitable that they both, and I think the Hound taking the Mountain out the way that he did just speaks volumes that of the badass that he is, that he's just gonna, he realized that he's dead. He does not give a fuck. He had this really great scene with Arya where he told her to leave because he cares about her and he knows that death is fucking awaiting and that there's no surviving this situation. And it was this really touching, tender moment, and one of my favorite scenes in the whole episode. She just says, "Sandor, thank you," and it's just, so much is said in those three little words. All that gratitude and all that love that they had shared and developed over, their travels and adventures together, just summed up. And I don't know, it's fantastic. But we lost the Mountain and we lost the Hound. We lost Qyburn, which I didn't see coming initially. It was kind of a shock to me. I'm like, wow, Qyburn got fucking killed by the Mountain. That's crazy. Varys, which was, everybody kind of foresaw that coming. He signed his will the moment he was sighted with Jon. And we lost Euron in a very narcissistic way, so that he was the one who killed Jaime Lannister. But for naught, he didn't. Probably, and this is what's so shocking to me, Game of Thrones managed to make me feel bad for Cersei. And I feel like a lot of people kind of forget that Cersei is a human character. She has all these complex feelings and all these complex motives for what she is achieving and what her goals are and why she is the way that she is. And we forget that because she's an evil, conniving bitch, and you can't look past that because of how heinous her actions are. But you get this really great scene down where the dragon skulls are in like the basement area of the Red Keep with her and Jaime. And she's just broken because she knows this is the end, because the entrances are sealed from rubble and they know they're not getting out. And she's just in tears, pleading for her life. And she knows, she's just begging. She's saying, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And it's so heartbreaking. And I got to give it off to Lena Headey, who is a tremendous actor in general. But this scene fucking solidifies Cersei for me as just one of the most complex characters and one of the greatest characters in Game of Thrones in general. And just the way that she has portrayed her over the years has been fucking beautifully well done. And it's incredible, this scene, because Jaime, I was kind of torn because I was like, Jaime's had this big long redemption arc, and for him to run back to Cersei just kind of feels like, man, come on, you're throwing away everything that you have worked to change. But you got to remember, guys, this is Jaime Lannister. This guy fucks his sister. It's not a good dude. He tries to do good, but fundamentally at his core, like he said, she is hateful, and so am I. The only way that he was gonna go out was in her arms. And it was a really well done scene. They died in each other's arms, and he was able to calm her and say, we're the only ones in the world that mattered. And that was it. And then the rubble fell on top of them, and it's just like, wow, man. What an insane way to kill Cersei Lannister, and what an insane closing arc for Jaime Lannister. Fucking insane, man. Really fucking emotional. That whole fucking scene. It's crazy to me that I feel more for Cersei in this fucking episode than I do for Daenerys, which is so strange. I think it's incredibly well done how they really, it still feels very rushed, don't get me wrong, but Emilia Clarke does a fantastic job. This was incredible. I don't know who, I'm assuming it's probably on Miguel Sapochnik's side, but I don't know if it was from the writing standpoint and from a director standpoint, but you hear all the bells going off at the same time, and it's just like this crazy fucking alarm dinging. It's just like notifications all the fucking time, just bing, 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 bing. And it's really, you know, it's the kind of chiming inside her head, just bouncing around, driving her further fucking crazy. And you see this look on her face as she's just looking around King's Landing and seeing everything that was taken from her, and, you know, this place that was supposed to be hers, and all these people that had thrown her out, and all these people that had cast her aside and didn't want her as queen, and didn't have faith in her, and didn't believe in Daenerys Targaryen. And you can just see it on her face. She just fucking, she loses it, and then she burns the place to the fucking ground. And it's incredible. I have a feeling that Jon's gonna kill Daenerys. I really hope that they do, but I'm so interested and just bewildered to see where it goes. This episode was incredible. I just don't know what else to say about it. It was from just the POV shots and the tracking shots with Arya and the rubble and the carnage. It almost felt like the 9/11 footage. It was fucking really crazy, like how real it felt being in those corridors. And like there was these really long fucking shots of Drogon in the back, and just this big open area, open alleyway with nothing but civilians, and Arya trying to pull them away, and you just see Drogon coming like he's a goddamn, you know, bomber plane about to fucking carpet bomb you or some shit. And it's just like, it's terrifying, because that is imminent death coming at you, and there's no way to stop it, because all the scorpions are gone, Euron's fleet's gone, there's nothing to stop this dragon, nothing to quarrel Dany, nobody can get up there to stop her or to calm her down or anything like that, and it's just, you see death coming at you. It's incredible how these shots are framed, and just the way that they play out was so masterfully done, man. This was such an incredible fucking episode. I absolutely adore this episode. I'm gonna probably cut this short from now, because everybody's blowing my fucking phone up right now wanting to talk about it, and quite honestly, I've probably rambled on too much, but man, I gotta give it off to fucking Game of Thrones on this episode. I'm not gonna, you know, we'll see how they close it out and how the final episode plays out, and see how that really, you know, makes it as a collective whole. But I gotta say, man, so far this episode has really pulled me back. You know, and the issues with the last two episodes, I'm able to look over a little bit because of how well done this episode was. Absolutely fucking incredible. I really want to rewatch this episode. Miguel Sapochnik proving it once again why he is such a great fucking director, even though episode 3 was so fucking dark. But man, God, wow, what a fucking great episode. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for me on this video for Game of Thrones. My voice, I'm losing my fucking voice. This is fucking crazy. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at the Tyler Townsend, and on Twitter at Tyler Townsend XP to keep up to date with all of my shenanigans and to get in contact with me. Subscribe if you like this content and would like to see more content like this. I will see you all in the next video, and thanks for watching.